Every athlete that we've coached at PFP over the last decade has wanted to perform well. They've wanted to do their best. They've wanted to be in the starting lineup. They've wanted to, crack into the all-team, all-conference standings. But more than that, what we have found over the last decade of coaching athletes and really studying what makes them tick, what do they want most, we've found that most of them, more than even performance, what they're really after is, did I matter? Did I make a difference? Did I leave a legacy on this team? Is there something that they'll say about me 5 years down the road, or was it just 2 years and gone, or 4 years and gone? And when athletes really pause to think about what am I really trying to accomplish, what they're really after is legacy. And unfortunately, because they're not clear about that, but they know they want it, they're not clear about it, they're missing one or more of these three components. And if you take one of these three components away, you're a good player, you made a difference, but you're not going to be fully fulfilled and fully successful to the level that you could have been had you had all three of these components dialed in. And if you're missing two of these, you're a one-dimensional player at best who maybe had a good run, but no, there's nothing about legacy. You didn't make an impact. You probably didn't enjoy the journey very much. You just performed well. So I'm going to walk you through each of these three things. When we get to this one, pay attention and lean in because it's not what you think. And this one is the key that drives all these others and makes this triangle work. So the first piece, if you want to leave a legacy as an athlete, you must focus significant amounts of time, energy, and attention in your physical performance enhancement. That's not one-dimensional in and of itself. This includes your rest and recovery, sleep, stretching, foam rolling. How are you doing there? This includes your nutrition and hydration. Nutrition and hydration go hand in hand. How are you doing there? This includes your strength and conditioning, speed, agility, the off-the-field stuff that's going to make you perform better on the field, getting more explosive, all these things. So how are you doing there on a week-to-week, month-to-month, yearly basis with strength and conditioning? And then lastly, skill development. Getting the ball in your hand, getting the ball in your stick, and getting out there and repetition. Skills, building your physical skills in the sport that you play. All four of these pieces make up your physical performance enhancement. And when I talk to most athletes and break it down like this, they're like, dang, I'm only hitting 2 of those. Or I'm hitting 3 of those, but 2 of them I'm only giving about 50% of my effort in. And that's why you're falling short of what you know is within you. So one is physical performance. The second one that we want to lean in on is, of course, mindset. Because whatever mindset you have in sports is going to determine how fulfilled, how much you enjoyed the journey when you got done with it. Otherwise, you're going to be stressed, impatient, and doubtful your whole career as an athlete. So this includes confidence and self-belief. How confident are you in your abilities? And have you mastered the idea of generating confidence instead of waiting for confidence to happen? If you're still waiting for confidence and waiting until somebody else speaks belief into you, you're gonna go through a couple of years of your athletic career feeling unfulfilled, especially when it comes to your mindset. Next one, have you developed the ability to choose action over fear? When something is standing in your way, whether it's an opponent, a competitor, whether it's something mentally that you're facing, have you developed this attitude that says, I'm going to move into this thing even though I'm scared of it? I may be scared of messing up right now. I may be scared of failing, but I'm walking forward anyway. This is a crucial component of mindset. Next one, OMQ. Have you developed the ability to overcome mistakes quickly? Athletes who get to the end of their career and didn't leave much of a legacy or can't look back and say they really maximized their performance and enjoyed the journey, they typically were stuck in the past for way too long. Whether it was in a game, when you make an error, you just kind of stay stuck on that and you didn't get over it quick enough. Right? We always say that the windshield is bigger than the rear view mirror for a reason. We're supposed to look ahead. If you weren't able to overcome mistakes fast enough, then you're not going to master this triangle, and you're not going to leave the legacy that you could have. You want to look back at the end of your sports career. Me too. Well, my sports career is done, but it's a different story. You want to look back on your sports career and say to yourself, man, I didn't stay stuck in the past. I was able to move forward in spite of what happened. And then lastly, H to Z. H to Z. When it comes to having a strong mindset, you must learn how to get out of your head and into the zone. And there's 4 keys to doing that. Now the last component, the reason why there's an X here instead of plus symbols is because physical performance enhancement and mastering your own mindset, their addition, okay, they can add to your legacy and they can add to your performance by addition only, because it's all about you. It's all about how can I get better, which is a great thing. It's a beautiful thing. And if you only mastered these 2 parts of the triangle, you would get to the end of your athletic career and you would say to yourself, I performed great. I had great statistics. I made first team all conference. I was a starter. And I actually enjoyed it, right? I was mentally healthy throughout my career as an athlete. But you won't be able to say the third piece, which is, and I helped others do the same, thereby helping my team perform even better, thereby creating a legacy for myself that lived beyond me. So the third piece of this equation, the third focus for any athlete who wants to be fulfilled and successful and leave a legacy, is leadership. The ability to do these 2 things and then pass it on to the freshmen, pass it on to the people that come after you. And if you do that, 10 years down the road, this isn't the reason why you do this, but it's just a natural byproduct. 10 years down the road, people are saying, man, John, Sarah, do you remember them? Do you remember the impact they made on this organization? They're the ones that turned this thing around. And now we have a winning program because of the impact they made. My friend, this is what you want people to say about you and the impact that you made. And it all starts with knowing, okay, I better have a plan for leadership. I better have a plan for helping others on my team. It starts with a relationship. It starts with caring about people. It starts with focusing on their needs more than just what you need, which I know. As an athlete, I was stuck on this one. I was stuck here. I didn't really know that this was a thing. I didn't know that it was possible. I thought you were either born with a good mindset or you weren't. But man, I was not focused here at all. It was all about me. Because sports, if you think about it, you might hate me for saying this, they're inherently selfish unless you care about this, unless you want to help the team, not just by your own contributions alone, but by being an encourager, being an equipper, giving other team members the opportunity to step up. I'll never forget, I worked with an athlete who was a senior playing lacrosse at a top-tier D1 school in the country. And I asked her, I said, Sarah, what's your biggest focus this year? You've accomplished so much as an athlete, it's your senior year. What is most important to you? And I thought she was going to say, you know what, this is the year I'm finally going to get first team all conference. This is the year I'm going to lead the team and the league in scoring. And she said, you know what, Andrew, I've been thinking about that. She said, the only thing I care about this year is finding 3 or 4 other girls and making sure I leave them better than I found them so that I can say I left the program better than I found it. I was like, yes, let's go. That's where it's at. That is what it's all about. And all of us know that if you focus here, here, and here, you get the trifecta, you focus on the whole triangle, you're going to leave a legacy. And you're going to be happy, and you'll perform way better because we do better ourselves when we give back to others. You'll be happier along the way, and man, you won't do it alone. You won't do it alone. So here's your homework. I want you to think through these things. Think through these 3 pieces of the triangle. And number 1, ask yourself, where am I strong? Which area am I really excelling in and consider some of the subcategories too. And then the most important question that follows is, where do I need to grow right now? Where, if I focused a little extra time and energy and attention, where could I go from a 7 to a 10? Or potentially, would this take the team from a 7 to an 8 or a 7 to a 9 or a 7 to a 10 if I, by myself, just doubled down on this area? Doubled down on this area. Lead by example, no doubt about it, every day of your life in practice and games, lead by example, but don't forget this piece. There are no excuses to not be a leader. All of us have gifts. All of us have the ability to build up, to give back, to encourage, to help. I'm telling you, leadership is free. All it costs you is your time and your attention. That's it. So go out there, build your triangle one step at a time, and become the highest performing, healthiest leader that you can be. I'll see you soon.